Right, so we're here with Peter. Peter is our quarry manager at St. John's Quarry in Jersey, which is part of the Rhone business. Now, as I said in the previous video, what we like about this business is that it's solidly asset backed. It has a good position, good reserves, and a good quarry. So Peter, really the key question here is, this is obviously the main quarry we've got in the island. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're going to develop it and what you're actually doing down there at the bottom?
Yeah, so at the moment we're working within the planned extraction area, which contains from the wall in the east that you can see over there, the southern limit behind me to the right, and then the western limit to my left. We're currently working for about 150 metres from that very top level. We're currently minus 16 below sea level. So you've got the comparison between the sea level on your left hand side and where we're working at down here. In the next 2 to 5 years we'll be working within this planned area, pushing these northern faces back, moving the primary ramp further to the north, as well as going down another 20 metres. So we've got 2 to 5 years of reserves within the current constraint.
Which gets you to minus 36 compared to the sea, which is out there,
yeah.
Right? And once you've done that, what's the next plan?
The next plan of development is an extension towards the west, which will open up this area to my left, which is another 15 years worth of reserves.
Yeah. Right, and then the next plan after that is again pushing the wall back.
Yeah.
Now I see there's plenty of activity down there, and we'll have a bit of footage later on about a blast you're preparing. So can you tell us what you're doing to prepare all that?
Well, over the last week or so, what we've done is we've worked the faces. You can see in the bottom, you can see the bund wall stretching from the north through to the south wall, and that's our main working face at the moment. So we've worked that corner where the hammer on the excavator is down there, and then we're working from left to right. So the next blast will be in the centre of the face down there where the ducts are, and that's been marked out and drilled, surveyed and prepped. So that will be the one going today, and that will keep us going for the next week or so. Right. And that will be the progression in the future. It will go from that centre line to the west and then deeper. Now,
for the viewers here, it's actually quite interesting. How does the whole preparation of a blast go? What is involved?
There's several phases. You have your initial phase where you outline your goals, what you want to achieve with the blast. So for us today, we need aggregate stone to put through to make our concrete, asphalt and block products. So today we're blasting that middle section, so then that's our goal for today. That's what we want to achieve. So we've marked out the holes there. Then we go through a phase of planning where we then survey all the holes with a laser profile, or you can use a spectrophotography or stereophotography system to locate those holes. Then you design your drill patterns, so your depth, your angle and your azimuth in relation to the face. So then you can maintain your planned burden, which is your interface between rock and open air, basically. If it's too small, you end up with too much scatter. If it's too big, the rock doesn't move. Right. So that's the planning phase. Then the drill rig would go down, drill those holes as planned. After the holes have been drilled, he'll record whether the rock is hard or soft, or whether he's come across clay seams or water. Those kind of things affect which explosive you can use and how effectively it will work. So we take all that information and then we survey it again, because you've got your planned, but actually it might be happening in the drill process that your hole that you've drilled is not exactly where you want it to be because the ground's broken and he can't get purchase on the rock and things like that, so he's moved it. So we go and survey again. With that, we also then put a probe down it, which has an internal gyroscope. So that probe will go down the hole, and at each point where that hole moves, it'll record that, so then you know exactly where the hole is going, so you can plan exactly where you want your explosive to go. If it gets too skinny, you take the explosive out. If it gets too big, you load it as normal to maintain the safety, because that's the priority with a blast. We want to put that rock on the ground in a controlled and safe manner.
Exactly, with the right grading and the right sort of...
Exactly. If we want to make armour stone, we make it a little bit bigger by putting less explosive in, or make the burdens bigger. Or if we want to go through to the end process and load it with a face shovel rather than an excavator, we tighten it up a little bit so that it spreads a bit more, so it's easier to dig.
So what's the estimated tonnage on this one?
This one today, we've got maybe 3,500 tonnes, depending on how much we can scale out and break.
Perfect. Now, that was quite a good sort of overview, and I hope the viewers found that of use. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Matt. Cheers.